I listen. I think too often people come in and want to tell them what the solution is versus listening to what problems they're having or what they're trying to accomplish, and then providing feedback based on their particular situation. As we know that guidelines are very extensive and whatnot, so if just as you would with the consumer, asking them all those questions and all the different ways. The same thing with your building partners, your referral partners, agents, CPAs, whatnot. Knowing more about them is going to help see how you can better align yourself with their business to add value. So I think listening is the most important thing, and then coming up with a solution to the problem.
But what's something you've learned the hard way in this business?
Don't promise. Don't promise. I think overpromising is so frequently we want to be the hero of the story, and we're not. We're just part of the story. And I think a lot of times setting expectations. Speak of someone else here. I mean, Chris Drexler is one that I've in my advance and later in my career, I'm seeing more and more of the habits that he has that I should have adopted. And the biggest one is, just setting forth realistic expectations, not to create a unnecessary fire drill for your referral partner and client just to accommodate, let's say, an unrealistic goal. So setting forth, the right expectations, I think is critical. It really is. It cuts down unnecessary communication, and it does allow you to be more efficient.
So what's your goal when you're working with a buyer? What's the experience you want them to have working with you?
I want them to be educated. I really want them to know what they're getting into, how the program works, as well as make them a mini billboard for me so that when someone mentions mortgage, they can have some information on it to share with them, and that brings them back to hopefully getting them to refer that customer or friend to me. Comfort is what everyone wants to feel, especially when you're talking about financing the shelter for their family. They want to be comfortable with who's providing that, because we are a big part of this process. They need us to make it happen usually, so you want to make them comfortable so that they can have faith and confidence in any request that comes down from underwriting, processing, that these are normal items that it doesn't create anxiety or stress every time they're reached out to. And that's, again, going back to setting those expectations up front so they know what to expect so that nothing is a surprise. Every day is going to be new people. It's going to be new experience. Not 2 days are the same. I've got to interact and meet a lot of folks from all different walks of life and hear their story. You do that when you're financing someone's home. You're learning about their kids, their needs, their wants. It's real personal. So that part of it, that motivates me to hear other people's experiences, but also to be a part of that story. It's nice to be the one that made it happen. I say that's probably the biggest motivator, is just every day is a different day. It's not wash, rinse, repeat. It's a new personality, a new story, a new challenge to make someone's no a yes, or take them from being afraid and lacking confidence to having that confidence. I would say that's probably the biggest motivating factor. It gives me value and it gives me worth in what I do. So I married my high school sweetheart after college, and we were blessed after we had raised my 3 younger siblings to have our first son. He was amazing, and decided to have one more a couple years later, and we were blessed with triplets. So now they're 3 14-year-olds and a 17-year-old getting ready to go off to college, and the 14-year-olds are starting high school. So just a real exciting time in life. Watching them actually become adults is scary, but also it's pretty rewarding. Little cats in the cradle moments, but it's why I do this. It really is. I mean, just for the ability for them to have the opportunities that I didn't have growing up. And this business has really given me that, this life. I owe it all to the mortgage industry. This is all I've ever done. My wife was able to stay home and raise my three siblings that we adopted when we were younger, and raise our four children, be really active in their lives, and allows me to do what I do and be able to participate in that at times, but really allow her to be there 100% for them.